Caught on camera. A 63-year-old tourist risks everything for $20. After snatching cash from a coffee shop tip jar, she denies it even when shown the footage. Watch the tense moment police track her down and turn a vacation into a jail stay. Would you press charges?
I'm gonna send my partner over there to see what you're talking about, because like right now we only have the tip jar. If she's stolen more, then he'll relay that information. Okay, what's it? Yes. Okay, can you have her go back over there? Was it just the mom or the daughter too? Okay, thank you. I'm gonna send my I'm gonna send my partner over there. Okay. Okay. All right. You have your ID with you?
Yeah.
Just the mother?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Sounds like she was a lookout. I don't have enough. I don't have enough PC from what I just got. Okay. But you could be getting a warrant for your arrest. Okay. I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know right now. Okay.
All right, ma'am. She's going out to Monroe County Detention Center on Stock Island. So if you look, there's only, okay. Listen, there's only one jail here. She's gonna have to spend the night. She'll go to first appearance tomorrow, and she'll talk to the judge. The judge will decide whether or not she can bond out, and then you can figure out some way to get that taken care of. Okay. My suggestion right now is that you go back to the hotel room. I don't know what transpired. I don't know what happened. But whatever you guys did.
Just my mom. I didn't do anything.
I mean, apparently you did, ma'am, because
I didn't.
we don't just get called for no reason.
I wasn't.
You were aware, okay?
No, I wasn't.
So
listen, we don't get called for no reason.
I wasn't aware.
if they're alleging that you stole something, why would you like take off running
Because
from
I got
the
scared.
place? That's not a normal reaction, okay?
Why is
Normal
that?
reaction.
We said
You tell me,
no.
hey, I'm not stealing. Call the cops if you want. You wait for the cops. You don't take off running when you're confronted about
We
stealing
didn't take
cash.
off running though. We were walking around. How
Okay,
was
you
that
walked
running?
away, ma'am. We're not going to argue semantics with you. You walked away.
Yeah, because I was scared and it was insulting.
That doesn't make sense. Any person that I know, if you accuse them of stealing, they didn't do it. They
Because I
get pissed
didn't
off.
do it.
What's your phone number, ma'am?
646.
I'm gonna head over there real quick. You good?
Yeah. And what about your mother's? What's her phone number?
917. Can I go with you? I don't know.
No,
where to
ma'am.
go.
She's going to jail. You cannot go with her. Okay. Like I said, he's going to go investigate more, okay? I don't have enough to put you in handcuffs right now, okay?
I didn't do anything.
Okay, but you were there. They're making it sound like you were the lookout. We don't know right now if you were or not. We got to watch the
We
video.
walked around the store. It was so
Okay.
cute. We bought the card. We bought coffee. It wasn't. It's not a scheme.
Okay, but your mom went into the tip jar and grabbed money.
I didn't. This is
Okay,
my
twice.
fault. I didn't know she
Okay?
did that.
All right, exactly. That's why she's in handcuffs and you're not. Okay? It's not right what she did. You don't go around,
I'm not
places
saying that's what you do.
stealing stuff. That's wrong. Okay, so you want to write it down and put it in your map? There's only one jail. It's
Can I walk there?
it's pretty far. It's probably about 4 miles from here. But we only have one jail. It's at 5501 College Road.
Yeah, look at the next one. And okay, so today your date or the time now?
What's that?
Are you watching here? What? Okay, nothing.
The next one?
This next one's in different way, like the other corner. First, you put her hand on.
So she went in there twice, grabbed twice? Do you want to press charges, or you want her to go to jail for it? What is that you want?
I will call to my boss, and I don't know. Like I have her name probably if it's her card. I don't know. This was her name. And I don't know.
It's up to you. I mean, if you want to call him to find out what he wants to do, we can either trespass her from the property. Huh?
No, I'm joking. Maybe jail.
Trespass her from the property or press charges for the theft.
Can I call my boss? She's probably
Yes.
somewhere here.
Yes. Okay. Hold on to this.
Yes.
Let me go grab my phone because I need to take
Sure.
pictures too.
Or I can send or picture.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, talk to her
Yes.
or him, and then I'll be right back.
So I really don't know if it's really her card. I hope it's not stolen card because here she paid the same MasterCard, 0441.
She
bought she bought
two transactions.
Yeah, she bought first the coffee, and she was there. She stayed with her daughter, or I don't know who it was. And when I came to ask her, sorry, but you just stole our money, and she was so crazy. She just ran away and go, no, I didn't.
Oh, so you confronted her?
Yeah, I just asked her, can you wait? I will show you your video or photo how you stole our money. And she said, I did.
So the tip is for you and
Yes.
her, right?
Yeah.
So really, y'all are the victim.
Yes.
So do you want to press charges? Do you want her to trespass? What is it you want me to do? It's up to you.
She'll be here so soon. I don't know. Maybe she will explain you more. Like.
But you're the victim.
Yeah.
It's not up to your boss.
Yeah, but she. I mean, I don't want to.
If it was like if it was like merchandise or anything like that, yes, because your boss would be the victim. But if it was a tip jar, the tip jar is for you. So you're the victim.
You're the best.
I can go look for her. I can tell her never to come back here again, or I can arrest her for that.
For how long she can be arrested?
That's not up to me. That's up to a judge, and I have
But
nothing.
for a few hours for sure, right? No?
It's a case. It'll be a case that she's gonna have to go to jail, either bond out, let go, and then has to go to court and deal with the judge for the crime.
Probably would like to. She had some record because
She had what?
record her like
Card her?
no record her. Like maybe she did something with somebody else, like place around here area. Maybe she stole somewhere else.
So you
Like I don't know. I really don't know. I didn't want to. It was like really bad job for you. I don't know what's best.
it's up to you. Doesn't make a difference to me.
I can maybe air job. And it was here with her daughter, or I don't know what it was, and they left and Would you like some coffee?
No. Thank you. I already had 2 cups. I appreciate it though.
Yeah, how do you think it's better to do this elucidation? It's my first time. I don't know what usually happens in this situation.
Like I said, it's up to you. We can
What
either.
would you do in this situation? But you know, when I tried
I mean,
to
if
talk to her, she
some-
said the same thing. She just ran away.
If somebody steals from me personally, I'm not telling, I'm not
Yeah.
giving you any kind of advice at all.
Yeah.
Me personally, I would press charges. But it's completely up to you.
It was to charge? No.
If it was me personally,
Yeah.
I'm not telling you what to do.
Yes,
I'm not
not-
giving you advice.
Posters.
But yeah, it's up to you. We can either I can go find her, get all her information, and trespass her. Meaning, like if she ever comes back in here, I'll arrest her for trespass because she's not allowed to come here ever again. Or if I find her, or we put a bolo for whatever identifier, and then possibly a warrant for her arrest. But if I find her right now, I can arrest her for the theft. On the shake so I can talk to you. Okay, you can stay over here on this side. How you doing? I'm Officer with Key West Police Department. Okay, before I speak to you, I'm going to give you your rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions, and to have him with you during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, or will be appointed to you before any question if you wish. If you decide to answer any questions without a lawyer, you still have the right to stop answering at any time. You also have the right to stop answering at any time until you talk to a lawyer. Do you understand each of these rights I have explained to you?
Yes.
With these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me?
Yes, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so I got called to a coffee place at y'all work,
Yeah.
and you want to talk to me about what took place there?
Yeah, we stopped in, we ordered coffee, paid for it. Then I went back to the counter and I bought a gift card, which I have the receipt for.
Okay.
We were sitting there drinking our coffee, and then the girl with the dark hair came over and started speaking in whatever her native language is, and like she never really said anything. She just kept speaking in our native language.
Okay, she said something about money, right? Money taken from somewhere?
I guess she's talking about her tip thing on the countertop?
Correct.
I didn't
Was filmed. You didn't
I
touch
don't
any.
know what she's
You didn't touch any of the tip jar.
No, why would I? She's standing right there. And her coworker was right there.
Okay. Are you being honest right now?
Yes, sir, I am.
So the cameras are lying when they saw you going into the tip jar
I
twice.
didn't take anything from her tip jar. I have my receipt from the purchase of the card, and this is my money, and it's not her money. This is my money.
Okay. You have your ID with you?
Yes.
Okay, well, like I said, this video of you taking the money, you went into the tip jar and went twice and grabbed the tip jar, the money from the tip jar.
I didn't touch her money.
Okay? So she wants to press charges for you taking the money.
I didn't take the money.
Now, we have video of you going to the tip jar and taking the money. So why you stick your hand inside the tip jar?
I didn't put my hand in her tip jar. And if I bumped against her tip jar, I certainly didn't take her money.
What do you call that?
I can't even see it.
Look, again, taking the cash out, money coming out, okay? It's like I'm telling you, there's cameras. And you're a very dishonest person because I'm giving you the chance to tell me what really happened,
I told you what
okay?
happened.
So I'm going to need you to turn around. You're going to go to jail for theft.
Jail?
Yes.
Oh my
You back
God.
up.
Please back up.
My daughter.
Give that to your daughter if you want the wallet. What do you call that? Look, again, taking the cash out, money coming out, okay? Like I'm telling you, there's cameras. And you're a very dishonest person because I'm giving you the chance to tell me what really happened,
I told you what
okay? So I'm going to need you to turn around. You're going to go to jail for theft.
Jail?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my
You back
God.
up.
Please back up.
That's my daughter.
Give that to your daughter if you want the wallet. Yes,
Ma'am.
we're not playing games.
Ma'am, please let go of the
The
purse.
sun was
I'm
shining over
trying to
Key West,
close it.
Florida on
Okay.
June 16, 2024, a day that should have been defined by relaxation and tourism. Instead, at a local coffee shop, a scene unfolded that would soon become a viral case study in human behavior and the legal realities of petty crime.
But it's too late now.
It began with a simple, brazen act. A 63-year-old woman, later identified as Elaine Earlywine from New Jersey, reached into a tip jar and pulled out roughly $20. To some, $20 might seem like a negligible amount, hardly worth the paperwork of a police report. But for the service industry workers behind the counter, that jar represents more than just currency. It is their livelihood, the direct reward for their hard work and hospitality.
Do you have anything inside your
The theft wasn't just about the cash, it was a violation of the unspoken contract between a guest and a host.
Let's go this way.
The employee, vigilant and protective of her team's earnings, didn't let it slide. She checked the high-definition surveillance cameras, which captured the suspect reaching into the jar not once, but twice during separate transactions. When the employee courageously confronted the woman, showing her evidence of the act, the suspect didn't offer an apology or an explanation. Instead, she turned red with defensive anger, denied the clear reality shown on the screen, and fled the premises with her daughter in tow. This set off a chain reaction that brought the Key West Police Department into the fold, turning a quiet morning shift into a tense investigation into the nature of accountability and the weight of a victim's choice to seek justice. The problem we face in modern society is a growing sense of entitlement and the victimless crime fallacy. Many individuals believe that small-scale theft from businesses or tip jars won't be prosecuted because the value is low. However, this creates a toxic environment for small businesses. In this specific case, the officer arrived and faced a complex emotional landscape. He had to explain the legal distinction to the worker, because the money was in a tip jar. The employee, not the business owner, was the primary
All right,
victim.
ma'am, how did you guys get down here?
This gave the worker the power to decide between a simple trespass, banning the woman from the shop, or full criminal charges. The woman's refusal to admit fault even when caught red-handed is a classic example of cognitive dissonance. When the police finally tracked her down 15 minutes later, she doubled down on her lie.
Even as the officer played the video of her hand entering the jar back to her on his phone, she claimed the camera was lying or that the money was hers. This pathological denial is the core of the problem. It prevents resolution and forces the hand of the law. When a perpetrator refuses to acknowledge the harm they've caused, the victim is often left with no choice but to use the full extent of the legal system to ensure the behavior isn't repeated elsewhere. It highlights a breakdown in social shame, where the fear of being caught is replaced by an aggressive defense of one's own ego. When we face these problems, whether as business owners, employees, or bystanders, the first step is always documentation and calm assertion. Modern surveillance technology is the ultimate equalizer. Without that footage, this would have been a he said, she said situation that likely would have ended with no resolution. If you are a victim of theft, do not engage in a physical altercation, but do make it clear that the act was seen and recorded. If the perpetrator flees, as seen in this video, your best course of action is to provide a bolo, be on the lookout, description to the authorities. For the perpetrator, the lesson is even simpler. The payback is never worth the payoff. Elaine Earlywine went from a sunny vacation to a jail cell on Stock Island, facing a misdemeanor charge and a permanent criminal record, all for $20. To handle these situations effectively, we must support the victim's right to press charges. The officer's professionalism in this case was a masterclass in law enforcement. He didn't pressure the victim but gave her the tools to make an informed decision. As a community, we must reinforce the idea that there is no such thing as a small theft when it comes to the dignity of work. By holding individuals accountable for even the smallest infractions, we maintain the integrity of our shared public spaces and protect those who serve us every day. Have you ever dealt with a situation where someone was caught red-handed but still refused to admit the truth? It's a frustrating reality for many service workers today. If you want to see more real-life breakdowns of justice in action and learn how to protect yourself and your business, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Let us know in the comments, would you have pressed charges for $20 or would you have let her walk away? Join the conversation below.